Now, the price of Shiba Inu Coin is pulling back along with the broader cryptocurrency market this morning. Shiba Inu Coin down to around 1,100 points per coin. Bitcoin's down in the 21,000 range. Ethereum's down, and it does seem to be a pretty purple or pretty red day for cryptocurrency, depending on what app you're using, right? But nonetheless, it is a day of declines, and I believe we've got some reasonings for this, and I want to talk about them in this video, because they're not necessarily specific to Shiba Inu Coin, but instead they're specific to the overall macroeconomic environment and the economy that we are currently in. So let's discuss it. If it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2022 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us. Become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. And look, if you're brand new to investing, you don't know how or where to buy stocks and crypto, you got a link in the description below for Webull. It is super simple to set up your account. Any deposit, you guys are getting 6 free stocks. $1 crypto trade, you're going to get $5 in free crypto. You can choose Shiba Inu Coin if you would like. So make sure to check it out, especially with this dip we're on. One day, these prices should go higher, right? But let's talk about what's affecting the market and why this is going to be an extremely important week for Shiba Inu Coin, cryptos, and stocks in general. We've got a major lineup of economic releases coming out this week. Tuesday, the Federal Reserve is meeting together, and they're going to come up with an interest rate decision. Wednesday, they're going to let us know this interest rate decision. Wednesday afternoon, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Jerome Powell's going to take center stage and give us a press conference to let us know his thoughts on the economy and blah, 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 and talk up the labor market like it's the greatest thing ever, even though we know nobody's at work right now. And then we have, on Thursday, GDP data, gross domestic product, and this is, well, before the White House changed the definition of what a recession is, this is going to tell us whether or not we are currently in a recession. So let's look at these things in a little bit more detail and how they're going to affect Shiba Inu Coin. I did a video, I believe it was yesterday, on why this is going to be an extremely important week for cryptocurrency, and we dove into the interest rate decision and the Federal Reserve press conference. So if you guys want a little bit more detail on that, you can check that video out from last night and see why it's going to be so important. But just a quick recap. If we get any interest rate decision below 75 basis points, it could be a solid indicator of I guess, prosperity and the fact that the Federal Reserve is not that concerned. 75 basis points is what the market is expecting right now, so Shiba Inu Coin would roughly stay the same or logically shouldn't move much if a 75 basis point increase is already priced into the market. Now, some people, they say roughly 20% of investors are expecting a 100 basis point increase. So if they raise interest rates by 1%, it's going to shock the market, and it's most likely going to shock it back to the downside, because this indicates that inflation fears are still out of control, and the Federal Reserve is taking drastic measures to kind of wrangle inflation back in. So anything below 75 basis points should be good. 75 should be neutral. 100 basis points should be bad. If you're looking at prices, right? If you want to see Shiba Inu Coin's price go up, down, sideways, whatever, those are the levels you're looking at. More importantly, you've got to look to the Federal Reserve press conference and how Jerome Powell talks about the economy and their plans moving forward. If they maintain aggressive rate hike plans, we could see a continuation to the downside in crypto, Shiba Inu Coin, Terra Luna Classic, like it doesn't matter, you name it, stocks included. We could see stocks continue to go down as well, depending on this Federal Reserve press conference. Now, Jerome Powell is most likely going to touch on a recession. The European Central Bank, I believe it was last week, raising interest rates for the first time in over a decade. And they spoke on the recession that's going to be hitting the European Union or the Euro area towards the end of 2022, and they said it's going to be a dark time. It's going to be a deep recession, and it's going to be tough to get through. Now, Jerome Powell is going to have a decision to make whether or not to keep a hawkish or dovish tone, and I do believe that he is going to try his best to maintain optimism surrounding this recession that we are in. Now, why can I confidently say that? Because recessions are not subjective. Okay, recessions are definable. They are an economic occurrence. The same way as GDP, gross domestic product, is definable as rising or falling, we can understand whether the economy is receding or growing. It's as simple as that, guys. Recessions aren't necessarily scary, and it's not necessarily a bad thing for Shiba Inu coin if people are spending less. It simply means that the economy is receding. And it shouldn't scare you into a hole, right? But now, since everything in this world is no longer black and white, since we no longer have facts and we no longer have these definable moments, the White House is deciding that we are going to change the definition of a recession to include things like the labor market, like spending. GDP is going to be a factor, yes, but it's going to depend on whether or not they want to call it a recession. Simple as that. So we no longer have a definable recession. It is a subjective thing. And it's going to be of the opinion of whatever they want, right? So knowing this, Shiba Inu coin, if we do enter a recession, I mean, the whole world doesn't have to abide by these subjective definitions. So if GDP on Thursday comes in and it is continuing to contract, meaning that it is lower than it was prior, and it is not growing, we are in a recession. Spending is receding at that point. Shiba Inu coin could get hit very hard. Shiba Inu coin could drop lower, Bitcoin could drop lower, Ethereum could drop lower, stocks could drop even lower. That is why it is so important that we see some great economic releases this week and we see some positivity out of the Federal Reserve. Now, I will say this, okay? Preliminary GDP data does indicate that the economy is in a recession. If GDP data comes out, and you have to realize we have not been growing during the second quarter. People have not been spending more. Inflation is actually worse than it was before, and the times that we're in are worse. So consensus for GDP estimates are for a contraction. And yes, the market is already pricing that in. We are seeing prices go down right now. Shiba Inu coin is declining. Bitcoin is declining. Like I started the video off, these cryptocurrencies and stocks are declining today for several different reasons. The two largest are people are exiting ahead of these announcements because they don't want to handle the volatility. That takes conservative investors off the table and drops the prices a little bit. The next is that investors are pricing in a rate hike and a GDP decline. Now, since investors are pricing in this recession and pricing in the rate hike, it is a decent sign that we may not have a major impact on Wednesday and Thursday, but nonetheless, it is going to be telling of the times that we're living in, and Shiba Inu coin will be impacted. Now, guys, I want to know what you think, though. Okay, plain and simple. Do you think that we have definable terms of what these economic indicators are? And do you think that Shiba Inu coin is going to go even lower in price? Or do you think that cryptocurrency has bottomed? Let us know in the comments below. And of course, if this button right here is still red, make sure to click it, subscribe to the channel, join us, become a bro. We are here every single day and we are growing our portfolios together. You got ClayBro883 on Twitter and Instagram, getting 6 free stacks on Webull. And until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.